North Sulawesi is a province located on the northern tip of the island of Sulawesi. Based on population census data in 2021, the total population in North Sulawesi province is 2,638,631 people, with an area of 13,892 square kilometers. North Sulawesi is also a province rich in culture, special foods, interesting tourist attractions, and so on. Therefore, there are many great benefits that can be obtained through the diversity that exists in the province of North Sulawesi. Currently, North Sulawesi is also temporarily recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. From tourist attractions, shopping centers, supermarkets, restaurants, food stalls, retail, airports, and so on, which are currently back to normal operations. But of course they are still under government monitoring. Speaking of post-COVID-19 recovery, one of the biggest and most significant impacts is that many people are not working during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are people whose jobs have to be laid off, and unfortunately, there are also people who have to lose their jobs during the COVID-19 pandemic. And to this day, in the midst of the wealth and beauty that exists, even in the midst of recovering the state of the region after COVID-19, the province of North Sulawesi also still has to face one problem that still exists today, which has occurred before the COVID-19 pandemic. Yes, unemployment. Unemployment can occur due to the imbalance between employment and the ever-increasing number of workers, lack of high skills or low levels of education, high levels of laziness, technology replacing people, as well as unfavorable conditions and circumstances such as the COVID-19 pandemic that occurred. Data from the Central Statistics Agency of North Sulawesi shows that the number of labor force in North Sulawesi is 1,269,673 people, while the working population is recorded only 1,187,077 people. So it can be said that there are still many people in North Sulawesi who have not worked due to various factors. This is why the governments have to think critically programs after programs, not only for increase in profit, but also to helping society to get a proper job from their movements after COVID-19 pandemic. So now, how the unemployment condition in North Sulawesi after COVID-19? When viewed based on the conditions and circumstances that occurred during the pandemic in 2020, the unemployment rate in North Sulawesi province was at more than 68,000, and this figure increased by more than 4,000 people compared to the same position in 2019. Here, the open unemployment rate, or tingkat pengangguran terbuka, used as an indicator to measure the level of labor supply that is not used or not absorbed by the job market. Data shows that the unemployment rate of men in the province of North Sulawesi is still greater than that of women, where the rate of half unemployed men is 11.40% and women are 10.40%. This means that more men are still looking for job or receiving additional work if they have a small number of hours worked than women. The governor of North Sulawesi said that employment is still a problem in the economic growth of North Sulawesi in the last 3 years. However, the governor of North Sulawesi also explained about the decrease in the percentage of unemployment during the post-COVID-19 recovery period. To be precise, in February 2022, where the unemployment rate in North Sulawesi decreased by 0.7% from the same period last year is 7.28% to 6.51%. Although still fairly high, this decline is good news after such a great increase in unemployment in 2020. And now, according to data from BPS North Sulawesi, the number of unemployed due to COVID-19 in North Sulawesi as of August 2022 has decreased again, where people return to get jobs after not working due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and people who experience a reduction in working hours are drastically reduced. Employment has also increased, and the two biggest are government administration and processing industry. So, how the unemployment condition in North Sulawesi after COVID-19? The answer is North Sulawesi starting to experience an increase in terms of reducing the unemployment rate, and the government remains stable in handling it. It can be seen, because the government always strives to create jobs, both formal and informal jobs or independent businesses, to further reduce the unemployment rate. During the post-COVID-19 recovery period, the society certainly hopes that the government's focus will not only be on what attracts people to come to visit North Sulawesi, but back on the core, that is the welfare of the society.